Hello everybody, today I'm gonna show you, as you can see on the title, how to wheelie, and in the end of the video I'm going to show you how to scrape also. So yeah, now I'm going to meet up with a friend who's going to film, to help me to record the video. So I will be back soon. Okay, so when I first started to learn wheelies, what I did was like I sat all the way back, and to get used to the clutch, I put the first gear in, and then I just hold the clutch in, rev it a little bit, and then just dump the clutch and then hold it in again. So just hold the clutch in, rev it a little, and then hold the clutch in again, because in that way you can get more used to the clutch. This is maybe not the best way to like learn, but that's how I learned. So just hold in the clutch, rev it a little and then dump, and then hold in the clutch again. So like that, so you can get used to the clutch. So you just do that all over and over again all the time. So you just hold the clutch in, rev it a little, and then dump the clutch. And that's so you can get used to the clutch. So you just do that all the time, over and over again. Holding the clutch, sit all the way back, rev it a little, and dump the clutch. In the beginning, it's going to look like this, but that's okay. It's only so you can get used to the clutch. After that, you can just, when you are more comfortable with the clutch, you can go higher up, but not all the way up, just a little bit. So just like this. So you can feel the wheelie also, so you can get used to the wheelie and the clutch. Okay, so you just have the feet on the ground, you sit all the way back, you hold in the clutch, rev it a little, and then you just dump the clutch. Just like that. Okay, so the second part on how to do a wheelie is that you always need to have your right foot on the rear brake. So that way, when you are going over the balance point, that you have control of your bike, so you don't just fall backwards. So you always need to have the right foot on the rear brake. That'll take care on not falling and making a wheelie. So what you want to do is the same thing. When you were training with the clutch like this, when you are used to that, the only thing you need to do is the same, but instead of sitting all the way back, you sit in the middle, and when you sit in the middle, you have your right foot on the brake, and you just do the same thing. You hold in the clutch, first gear, rev it a little, and when you are going up, instead of letting the bike go down by itself, you just press the brake all the time, press the brake. So you just do the same thing, but pressing the brake. So you just go up and press the brake. You just go up and press the brake. In the beginning it may be gonna look like this, but that's okay. That's so you can get used to the rear brake. So you go up and press the brake. You go up and press the brake. All the time. You just practice that so you can get more comfortable with it. I've done that all the time. When you got more used to clutching it up and pushing the brake down, then you can start by rolling your bike a little bit, and then you just do the same thing. You clutch it up and press the brake. You clutch it up and press the brake all the time. Same thing. You just clutch it up, you roll it in like, I don't know, 5 kilometers per hour, and then you just rev it up a little bit, and then press the brake. That's so you can get more used to it. So when you are going over the balance point, when you are doing higher wheelies, so you just don't get scared, and just so you don't get scared and take your legs away or something, so you don't fall. So you just need to get used to it. So you roll a little bit, clutch it up, and press the brake. Roll a little bit, clutch, rev it up, clutch it up, And then making a wheelie. Woo! Ah! Wheel, 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 wheel. And then making a sloppy, easy tutorial. And then drifting. Ah! Hello guys, welcome back to day 2 of How to Wheelie tutorial. Okay, so hello guys. My camera died yesterday, so today is day 2 of How to Wheelie. Okay, so yesterday when I was showing you how to wheelie, the last thing that I talked about was that you can roll like in 5 kilometers per hour and then just pop the wheelie and then push the brake. After that, when you're more comfortable going up, then you can go higher and higher up. So the same thing, but just going higher and higher up. And many of you will think that it's very scary to come to the balance point, but it's just training. You just always need to have the right foot on the rear brake and then just practice, so the scariness goes away. And then you will get more used to use the brake, and yeah, you will be learning all the time. Okay, so when you're more comfortable doing popping wheelies, then you can go higher and higher up, just like this. And then pushing the brake, always push the brake. So you go up and then push the brake, and then try to do longer and longer wheelies, but without coming to the balance point, because you are not used to it. You first need to learn how to be more comfortable doing the wheelie. So the same thing, up and then push the brake. So same thing over and over again. You just go up and push the brake, and so that all the time. Okay, so now when you're more comfortable to doing wheelies, not in the balance point, but kind of, now we are going to start off going to the balance point. So when you go to the balance point, you're gonna feel that you're going to fall backwards, but the only thing you need to do is just push the brake a little bit, just tap it. Don't push it all the way, because then you are going to go all the way down. So just tap it a little bit, always tap it. So you roll in first gear or second gear. I'm going to roll in the second, and then when you are coming up, you see I'm pushing a little bit. So always do that, push the brake always, push it so you can get down. Like I told you, the balance point is gonna be scary at the beginning, but you just need to get used to the feeling of getting that high up. So you just go up and then push the brake, and then push the brake. That's the only thing you need to do, and the only thing you need to train on. Okay, so now when you are doing a wheelies better and better, when you are going over or to the balance point, then if you want to coast, then you need to hold in the clutch. So when you're doing wheelies, you're always using the clutch. So when you're coasting, you're doing the same, but just holding in the clutch and try to stay up doing the wheelie. So you are over the balance point, but not that much. I'm going to show you. So you just go up and then just hold the clutch. So that's the key also to scrape and do many stuff. Okay, so now many of you want to learn how to scrape. So there are 2 ways to learn the scrape. One with coasting and letting your bike go backwards, or if you want to learn like me, is that you are going to pop up the wheelie, go to the balance point and a little bit over the balance point, and when you are feeling that you are over the balance point and you have control of your bike, you just push, you just give it a little more gas, so you fall backwards, and then at the same time you push the brake a little bit. So you go on the second gear, the same amount of gas, and then you just like that. second gear, balance point, and then scrape. So that's how you scrape. It's not that hard. You just do the same thing over and over again until you get it. You see that I'm always, when I'm going backwards and I scrape or don't scrape, and I hear that my bike is going to die, I hold in the clutch.